Welcome to chapter 2. Now we're going to speak about what options do we have with editing softwares. To make it short and simple, Lightroom is the best. I tried everything else. Lightroom is the best and I'll explain why. I tried Capture One. I tried another software. I don't remember what's its name, but it's like Lightroom. The thing is that with this third party, what I just spoke about, there is no presets. You cannot buy presets from someone else. So you're basically a lone wolf. You're doing everything alone. You cannot learn from other photographers that you admire. Like no one uses it. I'm speaking when I did research a few years ago. You cannot import presets, Lightroom presets from creators you like, or if you want to change your style, those things, you cannot import it. Actually, I know how to do that nowadays. I know how to convert it. Like you can just make the same RGB curve tone and you can make the same things, which is something I actually tried for Capture One. I tried just making the same curve tone, making all the same settings like in Lightroom in Capture One. I still got a reddish skin tone at the shadows. Weird effects that I don't get in Lightroom. So it's maybe a different language of working. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I tried Capture One. I think it's a great software. It's amazing. And there's some great stuff, especially tethering when you want to move your photos from the camera directly to the computer. And it shows directly, so you click and it goes directly. It's really fast and it's really good. So there are a lot of advantages for using Capture One, but I don't use it anymore at all. I don't recommend it. Just stick to Lightroom. Although I do recommend using some apps on the phone, which can be really helpful because on apps on the phone, for example, I use sometimes Prequel, which you cannot edit whole album on it. You cannot edit stuff, but you can test things out. They have frames they can put to the photo. There's a lot of stuff that it will take you much longer to try to figure it out in Lightroom and Photoshop. So it uses basically Photoshop and Lightroom, and you can stick grain, you can stick like a lot of things on it, and it's really nice, it's really beautiful, and it's really futuristic. And I think this is the future, editing with those apps where they create templates for you, which today would take you to make in Photoshop and Lightroom together, and you can just in one click apply it to your photo and have a whole different style. You can make a film photo from a digital photo. You can follow stuff, so it's really good for inspiration, good for Instagram, good for those stuff. It's really fun. But sticking to Lightroom, Lightroom has everything. Lightroom is amazing, especially with the new AI features, which I love and I'm trying to use more and more. What I love about Lightroom especially is that everything is batched. Like you can do everything at once. So if I want to, I actually do that. I select all the photos that I want. So first of all, I select all the photos, and then all the photos that are selected, I will click on an AI specific thing and it will select the subject, it will select the background, it will make the background darker, it will make the subject a bit more contrasted and lighter. And that's really important. It will select the eyes, it will make them a bit brighter, it will make them like, that's amazing. And you don't need to do it for every single photo. You need to do it once and you click it and it does it on all the photos. That's my favorite thing about Lightroom for sure. And then you can just throw one preset that you bought from anywhere, or your creators, or you learn, like I learned at the beginning by buying a lot of presets, and you just apply it to everything at once, and then you just tweak some small things that you want, like the brightness, and that's it. I think Lightroom will automatically do it for you in the future, I guess, but that's amazing. And also that's another thing, Lightroom is evolving. Adobe is going the right direction with changing a lot of things and using those kind of things. So it's going to be interesting where it's going to go in the future, and they are the leaders in it. This is why Lightroom. Now we can go into if to use Lightroom on an iPad, tablet, computer, or phone. I grew with it. I actually had a colleague that was using always her iPad, student actually, and I was doing everything. But what we realized is that, for example, if I shoot a festival and I need to add a logo to all the photos, she couldn't do it back then. Now she can, after a delay of a few years. So for her, it was such a struggle. She needed me always to add logo to all the photos at once, like 200 or 1,000 photos. And I could do it in a few seconds. She couldn't do it at all. If she would want, she would need to go open Photoshop and do it on each photo, export it. Will be a nightmare. So that's also a big thing. iPad is amazing. iPhone is amazing. It's the same version. It's great. If you're just starting out, you can use your phone on mobile. Definitely, no problem. You just need to import the RAWs to there. Should be good. It's good. It's working. And on an iPad also, it's a bit harder with SD cards and hard drives and all those things. Definitely do that. That's all good. Would recommend it. Computer is just easier. You have all the files. You can edit the websites more like better. You can have multiple SD cards, hard drives connected to your computer. It's just a better workflow. It's just faster, more professional. I do have an iPad also. Sometimes I bring it to work so I can connect it, show my clients directly, but I still prefer a laptop actually. It's just a bit heavier. That's it. That's about which software to use. Next chapter I will show you how to use Lightroom for nothing, starting from nothing, and we'll learn also Photoshop and other stuff.